Scorekeepers, I guess, have been told by Major League Baseball this year to not put down as many errors, which doesn't it makes sense for Major League Baseball and what they're trying to do. At the end of the season, they're probably trying to put out a release that's like, "Hey, look at how many more runs are being scored and all that. Look at this pace of the play and the runs being scored, the action, and yay." But if it's an error, it's an error. Like, the scorekeeper should not be they should say, if you think it's a hit, you put it in as a hit. If you think it's an error, you put it in as an error. That's what it should be. You shouldn't be, uh, you know, taking it easy on on the defensive players and just giving the offensive players more hits than they actually deserve. So, yes, I can agree with Snell that he gave up less than 3 earned runs last night. But this quote that he said after the game is part of the problem with this Padres team. This irritated me. And I'm going to find this from Dennis Lynn. It says, this is Snell. Quote, "The scorekeeper said those are earned runs when they're not, so we'll contest that," end quote. You don't say that publicly to the media, Blake. You don't. You don't need to say that publicly. I'm sure players contest things, whether something was a hit, whether something was an error, whether something was not an earned run. They contest that all the time. But do they say it publicly to the media, who then puts the quotes out and the fans see it? No, they don't. Right there, that quote is part of the problem. It feels like some players on this team are more worried about their ERA or their individual numbers than the team winning baseball games. And I want to be clear here. Later in the quote, or later in his comments, he did say that it sucks that they're not winning. And we want to get to the playoffs. We want to win, so it hurts losing to them, especially when I know that we have the team to beat them and beat every team we play. There's nothing like the playoffs. Hopefully, we can get it going, start winning, and give this city what they deserve, a playoff team. So he did say that. And I'll give credit to him for saying that. But say that and leave it at that. Don't mention, oh, well, we're going to have to go contest that. The scorekeeper said those were earned runs when they're not. Don't bring that up. We don't care as fans. I don't care if Blake Snell wins the ERA or if him winning the ERA title will give him more money in free agency. I don't care. I care about the Padres winning games. And I'll give props to Snell on his season. It's been a great season. He's been a big reason why the Padres are even where they're at, which is not in a great spot, but they'd be an even worse spot if Snell was not on the team. I can give him props for that. But in terms of Blake Snell, his ERA, I don't care. And that's a bad look on Blake, I think. To even bring up the scorekeeper and, yeah, we'll contest that. No one cares. Shut up, Blake. We don't care about that. You lost. Be pissed off that you lost and end it at that. For me, I don't know. Maybe some people don't think that, but I saw that and I was like, come on, man.